transportation to somewhere. So first of all, now we don't even have enough parks. In some parts of this state, there are non-existent bus stops. That is why one of the biggest nemesis, what's the plural of nemesis? Is that nemesis? Anyways, I'll figure it out. One of the biggest nemesis of a person who owns a private vehicle is the taxi guys. Because you can be driving behind one, no indicator, no trafficator, before you know the person has turned left to pick somebody up. Why? There are no bus stops. And you drive past and venture, and something don't worry you. I say, I'd advise that you keep driving because they have nothing to lose. The state of that vehicle, it has been bashed, battered. But if we have a transport system that works, where drivers pick up passengers from bus stops that are spread across short distances, we will not have that problem. And the roads are built in a way that there are dedicated lanes for this. I hate that I'm describing this because it once worked in this state. I was here for an assignment. I had some work to do with a company that time. And I remember that those big buses were running in River State, in Port Harcourt, and they stopped at different bus stops that were tagged and people boarded them because I did. But all of that is non-existent. Now what do we have? Drivers complaining about the dysfunction that they are paying every day. This is what is required to fix the transport system. Do the authorities know? Yes, they do. Why has it not been implemented? I'm not quite certain. But as long as we have this error that continues every year, this system where there are arboros and people collecting money for stickers and a union that we cannot quite understand, we will always have drivers sounding like this.
They had my vehicle yesterday at Lumola. I showed them all my tickets. I have a ticket, I have Obio ticket, another ticket that is necessary for them to release my vehicle. So they had my vehicle saying that I didn't have Obio sticker, and this is a burden to us. This is getting out of hand. We have driver's welfare stickers, and to buy Obio sticker, I think is not that necessary since we are buying tickets. At the end of the day, some days I carry money go house. I will come out this one, go collect money from my hand. I will come out this one, go collect money from my hand. When I help us, I beg. When I help us, we need our help now.
The last administration banned all these local government tickets and stickers and introduced only one single unified ticket. Please, our dear governor, hear our cry.
You know, go see they buy Obio ticket, they come buy Obio sticker. I beg, we they beg the public, government, I beg, we they beg.
So there you have it. They will continue to beg until the system is fixed. Because what we're doing now is that we are patching. There's a small hole in the tire. You go to vulcanizer and patch it. And tomorrow something else happens. You need to get a new tire. If we continue to manage this tire, we will continue to visit the vulcanizer. Those are my 2 cents. And I'm hoping that we can do what needs to be done. 0817-923-0002. 0817-923-0003. WhatsApp is 080-903-06-416. We're live on Facebook and Twitter at Nigeria Info PH on all platforms. You can watch, listen, and drop your comments on those platforms. Please ensure to turn off your radio as you call. Coming up next, we'll be talking about a 200-level student who took his own life over financial hardship. I have a comment here on WhatsApp that reads, Dear Sam, some commercial drivers in Obio raised concern over alleged extortion. Since I heard the news, I've been wondering why the Obio local government council seems to be behaving like a weapon formed against Governor Sim's government, waiting their call. Now let them be LGA for this state. Beauty in Port Harcourt is asking. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. My name is Mr. Bian Felix.
All right, go ahead, Felix.
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead, please.
I think most of this problem is like River State government. They mount much respect on this Obio of a thing, and the whole thing is getting out of hand. They are harassing shop owners, they are harassing people building, they are harassing people here and there, and nobody is talking. Nothing is happening. Police are not talking. The government, they are not talking. We are tired of all these things.
Okay. I'm not sure if you're done or that was a network there. Okay, I'll be speaking with Origi shortly. Rogers Okabia says, Chijoke Nhunwa consider cleanup at Obio Council headquarters, Rumudumaya. Okay, and Origi from Abogu joins me. Good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon, my friend. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
It's only Akpor we have in Nigeria. Why is only Akpor thing is only different? I don't know if the government of River State know what is called transparency in government. Transparency is not when you are carrying placards, go to everything, I tell them you are doing this, you are doing that, and the masses are suffering. If you go to Rumukuru, you will not believe that Humudis are living there because they are all camps here. You can't even easily enter Motu because of the bad boys. The drivers are not safe. Even the people entering the motor are not also safe. What a River State of Obio are we? Well, usually the governor will hear what you are saying. Because as far as I know, Chijoke is one of the towns they are.
Hello. No, you can't do that, right? Please, let's be guided. Address the issue. Do not insult the man. It's very important, especially not on this platform. Robin calls from HA. Good afternoon, Robin.
Good afternoon, Chinedu, the Oracle himself.
Good afternoon. Please go ahead.
You see, every day there has been shout and cries on your station and other sister stations in River State. But what worries me is the silence of state government. That is the governor himself. What we are discussing is the shout and cry of those transporters. You play their voices. And the government will keep quiet. We have commissioner for transportation. We have special advisor of special duty to the governor. I don't get it. In the last few weeks, almost every day, Chijoke is involved in one allegation or the other. And nothing is happening. Obio. Tomorrow, the government will come to say that people are demarcating the state. What in the field they're supposed to do, the governor is keeping quiet. How do you run a system like this? Why is the governor keeping quiet? I think he should speak so that we can have breath of fresh air. Good afternoon, the farmer.
Thank you very much, Robin. Chima calls from Rumokuta. Good afternoon, Chima.
Hello, good afternoon, Mr. Oracle.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, Mr. Oracle, we have been talking for development, but most people antagonize us, thinking that we are bedeviling the government of the day. I sympathize with the public transporters because I have listened to your statement and to the own statement vividly, and it touches my heart, bro. My issue is that now, if we say the impassiveness of the governor, is it a kindness or is it a kind of bizarre to this situation? Because these people are crying from the bottom of their heart. Now, Mr. Oracle, you could understand the man's statement that the past administration get rid of all these things and brought just one tax policy. Now, if that was the policy the former government brought, it is supposed to have been withstanding until this present government speaks otherwise. Now that will make you understand that the governor is not ignorant of what is happening, and that is why he might have kept quiet. Now let me join them to beg the governor. Governor, please, with the economy of this nation now and the way things are, that you should please act fast before something will get out of hand. Now let us come to the local government chairman, Mr. Chijoke. My brother man, it is not that we are talking from one thing or the other. Me and you understood that for the past administration, till now, the instruction of this policy, this government, Chijoke has never been known for one good thing. This is the word allegedly, before I will be caught. If it is not in the land grabbing issue, it is increasing revenue one way or the other. Now the issue is that now, if I say the governor of River State is not in charge of this government of today, you might say I am lying or I'm talking out of point. Now let us go. Do you
happened and the government did not say anything? Have you remembered how many men and boys that have died due to cultism and insurgency in this River State? Has the government spoken anything? The Commissioner for Health lied to us that the River State government is taking charge of those that are fire victims, and the governor did not also do anything.
Right,
I want to tell you from River State that the governor of River State hasn't really shown us who he is.
Okay.
We are yet to see more of him.
Thank you very much. I must move on now. Emmanuel calls from GRA. Good afternoon, Emmanuel.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, I wish to contribute regarding the Obio issue.
Yes, please.
I listened carefully when you were actually analyzing the situation, and I appreciated the fact that you mentioned that there is beyond River State. It's more or less like a national issue. For that of River State, I think I was actually here in River State when the administration disbanded all that and had a unified system of, I use the word task force, Timari, that managed traffic. But Obio has actually been on the news right from the time of former Governor Wike. He actually created the niche for Obio being known for task force disturbing transporters. But I did a private review of these things, and then looking at most of the elections, I believe most of these unorganized touting and then task force systems are used for election rigging. These may not be pounded, but if you look at it, because there is no way you want to keep touts in the street if you don't have a use for them.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I'm listening.
Yeah, because most times in Lagos case, as a case study, the current president actually benefited from the touting system. He benefited so much from it. And the touting system actually benefited most of his cronies and his faithful and his loyalists, because I actually lived in Lagos for a while too. And I know what it means. You have to belong to a touting system for it to actually benefit from certain lagis that are given to those in the streets. So I believe that is also being transferred down to other states.
To River States.
So it's almost impossible or very difficult for any sane government to want to remain in power and take away the touts off the streets in Nigeria.
Well, thank you, Emmanuel. Well, beyond providing evidence for that, there are investigations that have been done through different times by renowned journalists that have, proven his position right, especially in Lagos. Unfortunately, Lagos is always the case study. Gift calls from Yenugua. Hello, Gift. All right, call back if you can. Lawson from Yenugua as well. Good afternoon.
Sam, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
This thing, it's really bad. I think the governor should find a way to stop all of these things. The River State wasn't like this at all. In the 80s, in fact, this whole thing started somewhere in the early 90s. I'm surprised you were there. Just as you said, there were bus stops everywhere, functional bus stops. And you move freely in Port Harcourt. And then this thing, some people from certain ethnic groups have decided that people will not relax and rest in Port Harcourt. Why? And then the governor is just there keeping quiet and behaving as if he doesn't know what is happening. You see, when they say good governor and all that, these are some of the things. The military, when they were there, all those busters, you are even tracing it to Abechi. It wasn't even Abechi. It was the military. Well, I don't blame you. I know you were for some time at Unizik, and in fact, that's where you spent most of your time.
Wow.
So you cannot know, but it wasn't Abechi that started. It was the military. And even during the military time, these same people from this particular ethnic group tried to start this same thing, and the military governor stopped it. But I don't know, within the former government and this one, it has been so much that people cannot even just move through. The transporter cannot move, make money and go home with some money.
It is very bad, and it is not good for the image of the governor. He's regarded as somebody that is good. Let it go across every area, every sector. It should not spare some people. It should be, for me, I am not even blaming Ambassador Chijeko Ihumo. He's on the radio all the time, and then all these boys are coming out from his local government, and he cannot do anything about it. I don't know who sent them, but all it would take from the governor is just pronouncement. He doesn't need to even do. The moment he says it, the moment he gives the order, the local government chairman will all maintain. We saw it under Chief Years of Wike when he said insecurity must stop in Rivers State, and he decided to hold the local government chairman responsible. And if they reacted, and we saw the peace that, especially on the East-West Road, that has to do with especially MOA local government. So the governor should make pronouncements.
Thank you very much.
Stop. It is not good. Thanks.
Thank you. Couple minutes left on the clock, and I have one more story to run through. A 200 level male student from the University of Ilori has reportedly committed suicide due to financial hardship. The student from the Faculty of Communication and Information Sciences is said to have had a strong academic record with a 4.5 GPA. The incident occurred at his private residence in Ilori after he struggled with economic challenges, particularly following the loss of his father and his mother's retirement. Despite efforts from his peers to support him, the student took poison after his roommate left for class, leaving behind a note explaining his financial challenges. The university community has been left in shock and mourning. I have a lot that I can say about this. I use the word I can because I will not. But now more than ever, it's important to note that mental health challenges are real. And when you listen to our major news bulletins, that's usually how we start. Because for a very long time, we have ignored this faculty of life. I've heard conversations on mainstream media. This was a couple of years ago, I must admit, because the awareness is better now, that Africans do not get depressed. There are problems that people face daily that some never make it out of. And you don't need me going further into the profile of this young man, whose identity we just discovered today thanks to this news, to know that he very likely has a bright future. Had a bright future. But the pressure, the problems were just too much to surmount. So I'm hoping that his story is a lesson. That first of all, these issues are real. Secondly, you need to get checked. Get a mental health evaluation. Many times we reduce mental health issues to the common ones. Everybody say, no, it's madness, it's depression. But there's an entire spectrum of things that you may not be able to pronounce, spell, or even know that could affect you mentally. So please, get checked. Please, have someone in your corner that you might be able to share these problems with. Because you can't tell by looking at a person. But most importantly, be the kind of person that people are comfortable sharing their deepest problems with. Imagine a guy going through this, being around his friends, just having fun and jokes, and somebody makes, an insensitive joke. You don't know how it hits. It's funny to everyone, but to a guy going through something like this, that just might be the last straw. I want to say may his soul rest in peace. And I also want to say may his family find the strength to bear the loss. But most importantly, let this be a lesson for us to get checked and to check on others. Back to the phone line, 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003. Okay, a few comments here. Thank you, Sam, for this discussion on drivers, bus stops, and Obio. Former Governor Amechi actually brought some sanity to the transport sector with building of standard bus stops and Timeriv. I think Governor Sim should use that model instead of task force. Okay. And the next comment on WhatsApp reads, I've been saying this for about a year. The state is stagnant and decaying every day, while sycophants are running radio jingles every day, taking sides in the rift between two politicians. Who are two sides of the same coin? Big Wheel says. And I think we have some comments on Facebook. I'll be sorting that out shortly, but maybe I can squeeze in one call. Hello, good afternoon. Okay, so I cannot do that. Let's see, we have a few comments on Facebook. I'm a driver in Port Harcourt. It's unfortunate that Obio task force team cannot allow drivers to breathe. I don't know if it's only Obio local government in River State. Numerous taxation on commercial drivers. I want to plead with the government and Nigerian Info to assist us. AB Choco says. And Morgan John, still on Facebook, we're not supposed to know who be the council chairman. Okay. I don't know what to make of that statement. Delmark Jessam says criminality increases day by day. And Kelvin Rich, excessive taxation can lead to unwanted crimes. Michael Okorie, Garrison, D-Line and Waterline are not left out. And Goswill Egbuchelem says it's a result of bad leadership. Time will tell. Can I squeeze in one call? Okay, apparently I cannot. The money goes through many channels but ends up in a pocket of big men in government. Obio things are always worse. Meanwhile, OSPAC has started harassing shop owners again for security levy. What is the way forward? Jacob says on WhatsApp. Good afternoon, Sam. We got it wrong in River State in every sector when Agboros were imposed on us. Ibezim says. And the next comment reads, extortion from these individuals have become a norm. They constantly introduce new stickers which some people have not obtained and use this as a pretext to harass and extort money. I recall a personal experience where my tricycle was seized by these extortionists. They took it from Transamadi to Eneka and it took me 3 days to track and recover it. To add insult to injury, they demanded 800 naira daily for a ticket. The most notorious among them forcibly took money from victims daily. If you resist, they will beat you up and confiscate your vehicle. In one incident, someone even threatened to break my head with a fire extinguisher. The experience was so traumatic that I stopped driving my tricycle and hired someone else to operate it. So you push someone to go and see the problem that you are running away from. With such rampant extortion, how can small-scale businesses like mine thrive? Merdic from Transamadi is asking. And Ascetico A says the Akpor industry... Are you kidding me right now? What a way to phrase it. The Akpor industry is a political settlement for area boys that work with them. But it needs a system to keep their stream of income flowing since they can't fit it into any legal available position. The happening in Obio and its likes in Nigeria is consistent with the proverbial cry of the police collecting Roja on the road. If they are not aware of these boys, then it's a deliberate strategic plan by those against the same movement to make the place chaotic for the local government chairman. But that's as much as can happen with these conversations. 4 o'clock is upon us. The business news happens, and after that, we'll be talking about unauthorized transfer of cases by the Nigeria Police Force. Please stay with us.
When there's news,